Welcome to storied Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach before the game. He understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters. But he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. State Nittany Lions kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run, but what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit, but talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Makes the grab. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Here's a give to Robinson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Bring in the heat. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Pulls it in, it's Peoples. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. They give it to him first time this season for the transfer. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Handoff to Xavier. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. To the air, it's Mateer. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play, but if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
To the air, it's Beck. Finds his man, it's Peoples. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Back to pass on second down. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Just keep slinging it. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air, but when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Motion from the wideout. On third down, he drops to throw. Back open in the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Beck. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Oh, the quarterback. He had his hands in the air after throwing that one. He thought that was a 6er, but his guy dropped it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Now the play fake. Slings it downfield. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Wheels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like, sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far.
Penn State 7, Oklahoma 0.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass, it's Mateer. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Working that left side. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on third and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the fourth down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be, but I like the execution by the defense.
The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Might be changing the route. Handoff for Peoples. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Run in the red zone. It's Peoples. And he runs it all the way down to the 3 before they get him. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The transfer has it his first carry. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Penn State.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And he's going to bring it out. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score. Turning it on! Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Fires to the big fella. He smashes his way through again. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun. Here's Xavier Robinson. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now,
touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
and I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to pass, it's Beck. Throws to the wideout. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route, he got his head around, he just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's got him. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Motion from the wide receiver. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Good timing on the quick out. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. And the Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They go to the ground. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency.
Finding some room. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start on the ground with People. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Beck. Pulls it in, it's Peoples. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it. Quick completion on the outbound. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Penn State will spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Unloads to the right. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Inside the 25. Breaks into the open. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners!
Man, that is going to leave the head coach scratching his head. The final play of the first half, your opponent runs the ball, and you can't tackle him and get him down with all those bodies back playing prevent. That is a terrible job of defense, and to add insult to injury, you've now given up the lead.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 14 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Longhorns who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
We're losing. We got to put a few drives together here, but most importantly, I got to stop getting my quarterback hit. I got to give him a little bit more protection, maybe that extra second so he can get that deep ball off or make some plays for this offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Complete to the right. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Beck. Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run out of the gun, James Peoples. Got enough for the first. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Makes a man miss. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Rushes on him. He's got his man. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man. It's Beck. The throw to the outside is complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Right down the middle. Complete to the right. Makes a catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5.
Well, obviously they were trailing going into halftime, and they knew coming out, getting the ball back first, they were going to have to put a drive together. How good does this thing look, man? Running the ball, throwing the ball up and down the field. Now they're down in a goal-to-go situation with an opportunity to tie this thing up. This has looked really, really good by the offense coming out of halftime.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. Off play action. Lets it fly. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many 1st downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. That's caught. It's Thomas. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes to the right. 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the 1st half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the 2nd half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle.
17.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll run for it. It's Peoples. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Here's Peoples one more time. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to throw, it's Beck. It's complete on the right side. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. At the end of that play, there is a Nittany Lion still shaking up and down on the field. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, he'll throw it. Grab near the marker is Hansen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. To throw, it's Beck. Here's a heat. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Penn State with the response.
I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
They'll line up to go for 2. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Looking to the end zone, but the pressure gets there first, and the quarterback is sacked, and the two-point conversion attempt is stopped. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. And he'll be brought down.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. He'll be stopped a couple of yards short. Needed to get it to the 35, but they'll spot it at the 33, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Grab behind the line, it's Sowell. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Wallace. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
He wants to change this route. Motion from the back. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Took it all the way back to the house. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th.
That makes the score Oklahoma 35, Penn State 23.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Looking to throw, it's Beck. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. At the end of that play, there is a Nittany Lion still shaken up and down on the field. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Could be an alley. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
Well, one of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David. You saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. Penn State will spend its 2nd timeout. And now they'll be able to stop the clock just one more time. They'll play it safe and try for 3. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The offense changing the play. Takes the handoff. It's Hansen. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Wants to throw. It's Beck. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's been tough for this QB.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Under fire. And here's the third interception of the night. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming in this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to...
Might have a chance. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. He's had a day, 103 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. A first down run on the doorstep. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.